This was the bleeding pain. Had I miscounted the moon days? "What are you doing, boy?" he said. I looked up. Ran was standing poised, both of his swords ready for the elegant cross-cut that could have taken my head. His hands tightened around the hilts. I knew he wanted to follow through and rid the school of the cripple, but he didn't dare. "Are you spent already?" he demanded. "That third form was even worse than usual." I shook my head, gritting my teeth against another clamping pain. "It is nothing, Swordmaster." I carefully straightened, keeping my swords down. Ran relaxed his stance and stepped back. "You're not ready for the ceremony tomorrow," he said. "You'll never be ready. You can't even finish the approach sequence." He turned in a circle, glaring at the other candidates kneeling around the edge of the practice sand. "This sequence must be flawless if you are to approach the mirrors. Do you understand?" "Yes, Swordmaster," 11 voices yelled. "Please, if you allow, I'll try again," I said. Another cramp twisted through my body, but I didn't move. "No, Eon-ja, get back in the circle." I saw a riffle of unease run through the other 11 candidates. Ran had added Ja, the old ward against evil, to my name. I bowed and crossed my swords in salute, imagining the feel of driving both blades through his chest. Behind Ran, the huge opaque form of the tiger dragon uncoiled and stared at me. He always seemed to rouse with my anger. I concentrated on the rabbit dragon, bringing him into shimmering outline, hoping the Keeper of Peace would help calm my rage. In the candidate circle, Dylan shifted and looked around the arena. Had he sensed the dragons? He was more aware than the others, but even he couldn't see an energy dragon without meditating for hours. I was the only candidate who could see all of the dragons at will, not counting the mirror dragon, who had been lost long ago. It took all of my focus to see the spirit beasts and left me weary, but it was the only thing that had made the last 2 years of hard training bearable. It was also the only reason why a cripple like me was allowed to stand as a candidate. Full dragon sight was rare, although, as Swordmaster Ran liked to remind me, no guarantee of success. "Get back in the circle, now!" Ran yelled. I tensed and stepped back. Too fast. The sand shifted under my bad leg, wrenching it to the right. I hit the ground hard, one heartbeat of numbed shock, then the pain came. Shoulder, hip, knee, my hip. Had I done more harm to my hip? I reached across my body, digging my fingers through skin and muscle to feel the malformed hip bone. No, there was no pain. It was whole. And the other aches were already fading. Dylan shuffled forward on his knees, spraying sand into the air, his eyes wide with concern. Little fool, he would only make things worse. "Eon, are you—" "Don't break formation," Ran snapped. He kicked at me. "Get up, Eon-ja. You're an insult to the Dragoneye profession. Get up." I struggled to my hands and knees, ready to roll if he kicked again. There was no blow. I grabbed my swords and pushed myself upright, another cramp catching me as I straightened. It wouldn't be long now. I had to get back to my master before the blood showed. Ever since my body had first betrayed us 6 months ago, my master had kept a supply of soft cloths and sea sponges locked away in his library, away from prying eyes. The half-hour bell had just rung. If Ran gave me leave, I could get to the house and back again by the full hour. "Swordmaster, may I withdraw from practice until the next bell?" I asked. My head was respectfully bowed, but I kept my eyes on Ran's blunt, stubborn features. He was probably born in an ox year, or maybe he was a goat. Ran shrugged. "Return your swords to armory, Eon-ja, and don't bother coming back. Another few hours of practice won't improve your chances tomorrow." He turned his back, calling his favorite, Barrett, to take my place on the sand. I was dismissed. Dylan looked over at me, his face worried. We were the weakest candidates. He was of age, 12 like all the boys in the circle, but as small as an 8-year-old, and I was lame.